What is going on, guys? Predator458 here, and welcome back to my channel. And today we have another Nagato replay. Now I do apologize if I sound a bit pissed off, a bit salty, a bit annoyed. Right now I'm going to throw up a picture on screen. This has been my night so far. 7 games played, 3 defeats, 4 draws. On top of that, 2 more defeats after this picture was taken. I don't know, it's just been one of those fucking nights. And like every single one of those battles has been a team of complete Woosa. Like every one of those battles, no one on my team wanted to push. In fact, a lot of the time, the enemy team didn't want to push. In those draws, it just turned out to 2 teams barely leaving their spawn area. In a few of those matches, I tried to push. In one of the Iowa, I think it was that first Iowa match, I pushed. Yeah. Do you think that inspired anyone else to valiantly come with me? No, of course not. So for the rest of them, I just stuck with my team, and it just landed up in these, like, the most frustrating, irritating matches I've ever experienced. Like, not one of those matches was even mildly enjoyable. So I was hoping to get a video tonight, maybe again of Tirpitz, and that just didn't happen. So out of it, I've called it a night now. So out of the total of 9 games tonight, 5 defeats, 4 draws. I haven't even managed to get close to a victory. So before I break something, I called it quits. But anyway, so on to, that's my little rant right now. On to today's replay. As I said, we're in Nagato again. This was a match that was slightly confusing to me in terms of the results at the end. This was actually the match that I unlocked the Amagi in. This was the final little bit of experience that I needed to unlock her. I was hoping, and I am still hoping, to have a video for you guys either tomorrow or on Monday. I'm just, with all the Tirpitzes around, the Derpitzes, the Torpitzes, whatever you want to call the ship, it's making getting a tier 8 match quite difficult, and when you do, that's the only battleship you seem to face. So it's not going to be like a very good look into what the Amagi can do versus the likes of the Tirpitz. So we'll see. Hopefully I'll be able to get something. Just a quick update as well. I am going away again on a little holiday, a little vacation on Sunday. My girlfriend found a really good deal on a trip to a really nice hotel place for a really good price. So we're doing that from we leave on Sunday, we get back on Tuesday. So I've got until a little accident here. Got until say Friday night, and maybe a little bit on Saturday, to get enough videos to schedule to go up. So unfortunately, I do have another two Iowa replays that I can use if this shit luck continues. Otherwise, I've also got an Assetto Corsa video, which is something I haven't shown in a while. 15 kilometers, 14.5 kilometers away from that target, we're going to take the lead and shoot. In this replay, there does seem to be that slight replay bug, and we do 18,000 damage, Citadel in 2 hits, so that was not bad at all. But there does seem to be that replay bug where what you see when I'm aiming through the crosshair or the gunner's sight is not what was represented in game. You'll see a lot of shots now where you're going to look and you go, no, why is he aiming so high? And that's pretty much it. I wasn't aiming as high as some of these shots are going to look. So just bear that in mind. So don't take this video as a visual aiming representation. And that guy, we hit him again, 3 hits for 3,700. So no citadels and nothing serious, just a bunch of over penetrations. But yeah, I've also got an Assetto Corsa video ready to go. Not something I usually put on my channel, and not something that I think many of my my viewers and my subscribers are really interested in, being a racing sim. But I'm sure maybe there's some of you guys out there who, like me, play games like this, but also like fast cars and racing games. So maybe you guys enjoy that, and I'm sure I'll schedule that to go up at some point. Maybe I'll do that for Monday. I don't know. We'll see. But that one is ready to go. So I mean, my Amagi is nearly at the point where I'm happy to take it into a game. I suppose I could do it already. I've got the hull upgrade on it, and here you can see, I mean, look how high this shot looks through the gunner sight, but it really wasn't. I mean, it wasn't a particularly good salvo, I don't think. 2 hits for 2,500, but it wasn't aimed nearly that high. And we've got a whole bunch of dive bombers coming in, and I'm a little bit confused why I wasn't focus firing them, unless this is another, like a replay bug that it's not showing. I don't know. But I'm fairly sure I would have been focusing each one of the squadrons up as they came in. But I mean, it's not showing here, so who knows. So we're going to take the lead on this in New Mexico and give them everything, and hopefully we'll get some decent hits. And those are looking pretty good, but RNG says no, and we only get 1 hit. We're just letting the fire burn off. 1 fire, you know. If you are new to battleships, that's one thing I would definitely recommend, is when you just got 1 fire, just leave it. Don't use your repair team to put it out. You're not going to lose too much health, and you can get it all back with your ability. I still actually don't know the proper in-game names of these two things, which is quite stupid. Your repair party, whatever. So I think we're going to take another shot at the New Mexico, but he just started turning as we were lining up the shots, so those are going to fall harmlessly into the water. But other big news, when you watch this, at least for EU server, I imagine it'll be the same for the North American server and the Asian server, but patch 0.4.1 comes out tomorrow. It'll be live in the morning, and I am really looking forward to that patch and seeing how it addresses some of the issues that are in game right now. Specifically the drastic improvements to the matchmaker, not only in the realm of looking at aircraft carriers and balancing them symmetrically. In other words, if your team has a tier 8, the enemy team will have a tier 8, and making sure that it's balanced symmetrically like that. I cannot wait, because there's nothing worse than, you know, the enemy team having 2 carriers and you're only having 1, and then the enemy team's also got a better carrier, and it's just, you know, that's the kind of game that you may as well sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes you may as well just quit right from the beginning, because you're probably going to lose. I say sometimes because the last game I played before nearly destroying something, again was in the Tirpitz, was on Island of Ice. We had a tier 9 Taiho and a tier 7 Hiryu. The enemy team had a tier 8 Shikaku and a Hiryu, and we still lost. Our Taiho was useless, so it can still not work in your favor, but it's going to be symmetrical from now on, and that's quite a good thing. What else? I mean, they're also going to make sure things like destroyers are distributed more evenly. I'm sure you've also experienced games where your team has no destroyers and the enemy team has like 5 or 6, and it always does that on like domination game modes, and again, you just may as well not even really bother, because they're just going to zip around the map and capture everything, and you guys don't really stand a chance. And those shells are looking pretty good, and we get a Citadel 4 hits for 23,400 damage, and we get our first kill of the match. And we just kind of trying to decide who to shoot at now. North Carolina is obviously more of a threat, although Cleveland, you know, we all know Cleveland, and as I've said several times, Nagato does seem to burn more than other battleships, or at least that's just the feeling I get. So Cleveland is still a threat, but Colorado's coming like straight towards us, so we're going to take the shot at the Cleveland. We've got a slightly better angle on him, but unfortunately we don't give it enough gun elevation. The lead was good, we just didn't aim high enough. And now we're turning around, we're kind of going on the offensive. It's 6-4 at the moment, so we've got a 2-ship advantage. And we're going to start closing in on these guys, especially the likes of the Cleveland. That's quite important to close distance. And even North Carolina. I mean, I think Nagato is a better brawler than North Carolina is. So if we can get up close and personal, we should have a good time. And those shells, 5 hits, 7,600 damage, so not bad at all. But yeah, so really excited for 0.4.1. Also, they are doing something about the border exploiters, if you call it an exploit. I do. Basically, from the patch notes, it's really just they're fixing the way the auto targeting system works, and that's not going to get all derpy when they're on the border. I don't think that's quite enough, but I mean, we'll see what happens. I suppose being able to, you know, as soon as you get the hang of hitting them on the blue line, it's not too much of an issue anymore anyway. So if the auto-aim, auto-targeting system is better suited to hitting players running along the blue border, yeah, good stuff. And just speaking of the blue line exploit, the border huggers out there, I was watching, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with iChase Gaming. It also does a lot of World of Warship stuff, especially a lot of tutorials. So if you're looking for tutorials, I highly recommend you check out his channel. And I was watching his live stream, and he was playing one hit for 4,100, so not bad. Could have been better, but unless it's a Citadel, it can always be better. And he was playing the, I think it was the tier 10 Japanese carrier, the whatever the hell that thing's called. And he was running up again, and then we get a Citadel in one hit for 16,100 damage. And he came up against this player that he'd had experience with before, who also enemy carrier player. And we switched targets to the New Orleans here because the Cleveland's on 1600 health. I don't see much point in wasting a 30-second reload on trying to, you know, just snag one kill. You know, 1600 experience health points. Who cares? So we're going after New Orleans. But this enemy carrier player is someone he'd run into numerous times before, and he says, like, every time he's played this guy has been an absolute arsehole and just, you know, hugs the border, and he's almost impossible to hit. You know, this guy knows exactly how to get the best out of exploiting the border. So he played one game, and he played against this guy, and he got quite cross, and he was eventually sunk. And the next time he played the carrier, the same guy was on the enemy team, and he was just like, you know what, forget this. You guys want to see what it's like to play dirty and to be a scumbag and to use every trick in the book? I'm going to show you. And he went on and did this. It did things with carriers I didn't know were possible, like getting stealth bombers, which was something I wasn't aware that carrier pilots could do. Thankfully, I haven't seen too many of them do it. And we only get one hit for 1,260 damage, and the rest kind of spliced him. I mean, the salvo was aimed well. RNG just said no, so we're going to fire the next two guns. You know, again, like normally if I had cruiser support right now, I'd switch targets because he's just not really worth it. But we get a hit for 2,300 odd damage, and we secure that kill. But now we got this Otago 15 kilometers away, and the next shot you're going to see is absolutely shocking. That is like half the lead. I needed to hit that guy. I don't know what I was thinking when I pulled the trigger on that salvo. So here we can see we're giving a proper amount of lead, and we're going to fire the front two guns while we wait for the rear two to reload, and we're just slowly heading in towards the cap zone. And I think that one I gave him too much lead, so we've kind of gone all over the place. But I think this next salvo is a bit better, and we're ready to fire. So we're going to take the lead, and we're going to let him have it. And he gets some hits into us with is high explosive, but it's not a problem. We get Citadel, 10,000 damage. That is kill number 3, I think, and we get Confederate. So that's pretty much it for this replay. As you can see, the results are, they're decent, but they're not spectacular. But then, when you go to the actual results screen itself, 45 target hits, 9 planes shot down, 3 enemy ships destroyed, 4 hits to Citadel, 1 assist base capture, 420,000 silver, nearly 7,000 research. Now, this was a ×2 for the Goodbye to Summer weekend special that they were running on the EU server. So, alright, but then base experience of 3,008 points. And I'm still a little bit confused, even after watching this, is why that was so high, because I'm sure I've had better matches in terms of kills and damage and all that sort of stuff, and not done 3,000 base experience. And then onto the detailed report, I mean, you can see not even 130,000 damage done, but I mean, still not a bad match, and that was, with that 6,000 experience, that unlocked Amagi for me. So, keen to give that a go. I'm just, there's so many Tirpitzes. I think I'm probably going to wait a while. But anyways, that is it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please feel free to hit the thumbs up button down below, and maybe consider subscribing for more World of Warships content, as well as War Thunder and a few other things I throw into the mix from time to time. Also, be sure to check the description down below for links to my Facebook and my Twitter pages. You guys can follow me there as well, if you so desire. But as I said, that is it from me. Thank you very much for stopping by. This is Predator 458 signing off, and I will see you guys next time.